next, now that we're done with Superman, we're going to go for the Fantastic Four. We have 2 looks at the Fantastic Four. We have the final trailer. Well, we have the first official trailer. I think I watched the first official trailer. Did I? Maybe I did.
Famous.
Actually, I don't think I did watch the first official. Maybe I did. We'll find out. I know I watched one of the Fantastic Four trailers. I don't know if I watched the first official one. Okay. Sorry. I got paranoid. All right, here we go.
Around the world.
Trailer. Let's see.
Please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic.
I like that this is the most replayed because people are trying to see what Mr. Fantastic's powers look like. Because we really haven't seen his powers in the trailers yet. Make this bigger. Because, yeah, I didn't see this. Mr. Fantastic. Stretchy.
Invisible Woman.
The Invisible Woman.
Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny.
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
It's clobbering time.
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
It's not dinner time now. We got death and destruction, baby.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald
the 4 on the shoe is so funny. Ooh.
Galactus.
Oh, I want to look at that. I want to look at that Galactus real quick.
Galactus.
What is that?
Why did it get smaller? I didn't want it to do that. Okay. Oof, that looks so cool. Super cool. Much better than a big cloud.
Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on! Are we safe?
I just want to watch that again real quick.
Get us out of here, Ben!
So this is clearly done. So this particular scene, obviously, right there already, the Fantastic Four. It looks like Johnny's probably knocked out here. So I'm assuming they went up to Galactus' ship to confront him and didn't go with the plan.
Hold on!
And then they run away from the ship. So this is their little baby ship. This is Galactus' ship, probably, right? So do we think that this picture, this image right here, this frame, do we think that they've spoiled the end of the movie on purpose because it could be, we don't know? Or do we think that this is just like in the middle of the movie, they see Galactus and they run away? Or maybe they like go to another planet. Because like, look at all these rocks here, right? They could be a planet, but they also could be planet Earth, right? Like this could be the final shot. Because we do know that in the Thunderbolts, the post-credit scene for the Thunderbolts, right, was the Fantastic Four ship going from their universe to our universe. So we know that the Fantastic Four is going to lose at the end of the film. The question is, again, how possible is it that this is, we're currently watching them lose, that this is Galactus' ship, this is pieces of Earth, and then they because this is the same ship. This is the same ship at the end of the Thunderbolts. It's possible, right? It would be a fun twist because we don't really know what's happening in this particular scene. So it's possible, is all I'm saying.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution. We are going to make it right.
You don't want to just crush him?
I like that.
Fantastic.
The 4 of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together.
Little baby.
As a family.
I love the score. I love the score with the chorus. The chorus really doesn't
No.
make any sense.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
So obviously, right, we know that they're teasing up most replayed. I like that. Wait, I thought this was the most replayed. Make up your mind. What's the most replayed? But yeah, so obviously they're teasing Ben saying it's clobbering time because that's part of the cartoon, right? That's part of the brand. And I actually wrote something about this on Twitter because somebody had mentioned that of somebody was like, we're still doing that thing where we're like, oh, the thing from the comic books is cringy and stupid and I don't do it. It's less of that and less of who the Fantastic Four are as people, right? Because very clearly, the film is going with the Mark Waid run from the early 2000s in which they really hammer on the fact that Reed feels bad for fucking over his friends, right? Because that's what he did, right? Reed ruined all of their lives because, I mean, I'm sure I'll put up the panel for, like, the post of this, but, like, in the book, he's like, at worst case scenario, when we came back from Earth, we'd be like freaks or test subjects, right? We would be experimented on to figure out what exactly happened to us. There was no way around that, right? Especially with Ben. Maybe Johnny and Sue and Reed could have hid that, but he couldn't do that for Ben. So it's like he feels guilty. He took away their lives. And so he made them celebrities and made them into this superhero team that's entirely about branding, right? Fucking t-shirts, and like Ben says in the show, it's a cartoon. In universe, it's a cartoon. They have the Fantastic Car, and it's so silly and goofy, and, you know, it's on purpose. That way they could avoid being freaks and also experimented on. So I think I wrote on Twitter, Ben as a person is not like it's clobbering time. Because even like the phrase itself, it's clobbering time, is not a comic book phrase. That, as far as I'm aware, him saying that's just in the cartoon, that is like a legitimate thing. That came from the 60s Fantastic Four cartoon. That was his phrase in the cartoon that was then reacted to the comics, but it wasn't like something he said in the comics. So I think they're going with that and I remember the first shot in the first trailer, which I can't wait to see it, and I hope that they don't take it out because it's my favorite shot in any Marvel movie that I've seen, which is Ben's looking through the window, and it's like a TV display, and it's got all the TVs, and Ben's looking at the window, and it's right before they went into space, so it's like him as a human with Reed, and then the TV turns off, so it cuts to black, and it's him as the Thing. And I really hope, because I do think that that's something that the 2005 Fantastic Four movie did okay. Obviously could have been better. It was 2005, but like just the whole moral conflict or, you know, internal struggle that Ben has of being the Thing. You know what I mean? And I think that this movie's really going to go through it, and him being what is unfortunately the mascot of the team, right? As much as that sucks, he kind of has to do it, you know? So I can see the whole movie Johnny kind of teasing him about saying the Thing, as like we saw look like, you know, that New Yorker guy did. But I think that we're going to get a lot of internal struggle in this movie if the first trailer is anything like the rest of the movie. Because the first trailer, like I said, we saw that internal struggle with the Thing visually. Their monologue in the first trailer was Reed, and they do keep showing this one shot of them being like, you know, Mr. Fantastic, are you going to save us? And he straight up goes, I don't know. And then, so we have that kind of internal struggle. We'll probably have an internal struggle with, like, Sue being a mom, right? And then, like, obviously having the baby, having Franklin, but then at the same time, like, what do you do, you know, when the world's at stake? Do you risk your life for the world or your baby? So we'll have that. I don't know if Johnny will have an internal conflict. I think that's something we'll have to wait. What can I say? It's fantastic. I wasn't finished. Before we get into the weapons trailer, I want to look at this final trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four. Mr. Fantastic. Invisible Woman.
Wait, is this the one I just watched?
Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny!
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say. You don't want to just...
This is the one I just watched. Oh, well. I probably watched that one. It had the little red bar under it. Let's look at this, the first steps.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the Devourer. There is nothing you can do to stop him.
Okay, so I know a lot of people kind of commented on this, but I'm not the biggest fan of the CGI on her face. And somebody pointed this out. A big problem with her face is they gave her eyeballs. They gave her pupils and the color part of the eyeballs, which name I forget. The iris, that's what it is. So you have the iris, the pupil, and then the excuse me, the actual white part of the eye itself. That should be clear. She shouldn't have eyes. If she didn't have eyes, I think it would look way better. But to me, it does look very awkward and almost unfinished. I also think that the strands they gave her in the hair might be a little too much. Because it's like, when you look at her, right, it's like her body isn't detailed at all. It's smooth, right? You have nothing here. Not even any muscle definition. You got a little maybe collarbone right here, but it's smooth. And then you have a super detailed face with like wrinkles and like muscle. Like you have like here, which is like the crease where your skull is for your eyes. And then, like, the crease for your nose. And then, obviously, like I said, the hair is super detailed. Her ears are super detailed. The eyes are super detailed. And it's just so... It's not even Uncanny Valley. It just looks bad, in my opinion, because it doesn't match. Like, look, there's nothing here. There's nothing. It's smooth. It's smooth with a capital H. Smooth. There's nothing here. And then just the most detailed possible CGI face you have. And I just don't think that works. Maybe it'll work in the full film in the theater. Maybe it won't look too bad. But just, in my opinion, they should have smoothed out her face. Like, just completely like they did in the 2005 one. That's just my opinion.
The world will be consumed by the Devourer. There is nothing you can do to stop him. For he is a universal force. As essential as the stars.
See, okay, here it doesn't look horrible because you can't see her eyes. I feel like this shot right here kind of proves my point. Like, this wouldn't be super bad. You can't see her eyes or really any of the detail. Like, you can kind of see, like, her little eyebrow right here or whatever. But you can't see a lot of the detail. And it looks better. I don't know.
Hold your loved ones close. And speak the words you've been afraid.
Look, it's some sort of Spider-Man.
And speak the words you've been afraid to speak. Use this time to rejoice and celebrate. For your time is short. I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald Galactus.
I feel like they should not have released this clip online, or if they did, they should have cut it right before she says Galactus, in my opinion. I think it would be kind of cool for her, because we know it's Galactus, right? But it kind of would have been nice for them to cut it right there, and her just being, I herald, and then cut That way in the theater, we're like, ugh, even though we know, we know, they know that we know that they know that we know that they know that we know. So why tell us, Yeah. They should have cut it right before. Like, imagine this.
Beginning, I herald your end. I herald.
Like, I don't know. That was horrible because I didn't click it in time. But, like, I think that would have been nicer. Again, that's just my opinion. All right.